And we back, y'all. Hey guys, welcome to my channel, Watch Your Mouth Reviews. This is your boy James. I am here to give my honest review while trying to watch my mouth. Not gonna happen this video, but that's all right. We'll live to fight another day. Joining me as always is my co-host, Mrs. Belle. Y'all say what's up to her.
Hello, mates.
Yes, make sure you subscribe to her channel and give her all the love and desires because she is so close to monetizing if she has not already. My girl's doing her thing here on YouTube. So y'all need to make sure y'all go and support her. I also join the channel from time to time. Any reviews or recaps I don't do on my channels because we cover it on hers. We'll have Love and Hip Hop Miami. Y'all don't want to miss that, especially since Black China has been announced that she is a full-time cast member. And also, we have Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, which y'all know is one of my favorites because my favorite housewife of all time is Sutton Strack. So y'all want to make sure y'all there for that. So go ahead and subscribe to our channel. But in the meantime, we are here for Belle Collective, Season 5, Episode 2, and it's called Menopause. Because I had to hear the word menopause 52 times today. Thank you, Aikisha. Thank you. Hey, Joseph Felton, thank you for joining us. Thank you for being here today. We appreciate you so much. Yeah, so let's get into this episode. So the episode opens up with Letitia and Latrice meeting up. They actually asked each other to meet up at the collective corrective or whatever that shit was called, because can't nobody seem to get the words right, including myself. But that's all right. We're not here for that. We're here to talk about the episode. So they decided to meet up because Letitia misses the friendship. She really does. She misses the tree. She misses, them being girlfriends and everything. And the trees is just sitting there, just looking at her, just stone faced, and just don't know what to make of this because she really didn't want to come, but she's here to try to mend fences with Tisha, so she's doing so. So, out of all the things Tisha can bring up, she brings up the interview once again about how Latrice had said that really all the women on the show were her coworkers and not her real friends. And Letitia's like, I feel bothered by that because I know for a fact you and I are friends. And Latrice said once again, Letitia, I was not talking about you, and you know I was not talking about you. She goes, no, I don't know. Like, I just felt like Latrice, like, we always been good. Like, when I hear you talking about the collective not being your friends, I'm a part of that group. And it was like, Letitia, if she told you, and if y'all are such good friends, you know certain things don't apply to you on there. She's not cool with any other girl. She's not cool with Marie. She's not cool with Gucci. She barely cool with Aikisha. The only other person that she's cool with is Tambra. So why would you think? And Tambra didn't take no offense to it. So y'all act like y'all been friends for 10 plus years, and that y'all knew each other before this show. Y'all met on this show. So cut it out, Letitia. She was getting on my nerves. How did you feel about this little mm, scene with them?
Letitia fake. I've been saying this the whole time I've been recapping it with you. Letitia, in terms of how she interact with girlfriends, I feel like she that messy girl on the block, but at the same time she's personable, she's friendly, and she's slightly extroverted. But I feel like she shows her jealousy for people in different ways. And I feel like with Latrice, all these love names, damn. But I feel like Latrice and her, I don't think that their friendship is real. I think that Latrice sees that. I think that Letitia wants to like manipulate it into a different way, but it's not going to be that. I think Letitia realized like people really do not like Marie. And in terms of the Bells and the audience, Marie got a problem with everybody. So you can only depend her so long. And now it's causing an issue with Letitia as well. So I feel like Letitia's just kind of doing whatever she feels she needs to do to save herself with the group and with the audience. But I don't believe not a damn word that came out her mouth. She's was wrong. That was your friend. You was standing over her, ganging up on her, 2 against 1 at the reunion. Whether you was gonna fight or not, let yo if my two friends is beefing in a friend group, like me and James, we had a friend that we were both very close to. We were some ways a little trio, all of that. But when me and that girl got into it, he stayed out of it. He stayed out of it. So I feel like
I
that's what you're supposed to do when two of your friends is fighting. Like sometimes don't get involved. And Letitia took sides.
She did. She took Marie's side, and you realize how much that backfired on you because she's not the fan favorite. So that's why that happened. And to add to your point, yes, the friend that she and I mutually had when they were, I was sad of it because me and that friend had a mutual friend that used to put us apart, like put us against each other. Like it was one of those situations where that taught me to, if you truly love the two people, you're not going to pick a side. You're going to let them figure it out, which is what I've been doing for the last 15 years, is let them figure it out because they're going to figure it out. And you tell them both, I love you. I'm not going to talk about you to her. I'm not going to talk about her to you. It's not going to happen. That's how I am. So that's what you have to learn. Um, if I was Letitia and I knew my friendship was tight with Latrice, I would have never assumed that.
That's right.
That's what
That's right. If you assume it, then that's something you dealing with personally or a guilty
Mhm.
conscience. But yeah, I can't.
I can't deal with
Letitia
Letitia
knew.
at
Letitia's
all.
trying to manipulate her way back into Latricia's good graces. That girl
Absolutely, because she
knew.
realized it's more beneficial on that side than it is on Marie's side. But what I want to know, Letitia, is why you didn't bring up them DMs when it came to you and Glenn with Will. Because Aisha heard it from Latrice. Why you didn't confront her with that? I just want to know. That was space and opportunity. And I know that, and Carlos, I know that ain't on the cutting room block. If it is, that is crazy that you would leave that part out, but put some old shit like an interview she did 2 years ago or 3 years ago. Come on. I'm not finna, yes. I want to know the answer to that, why she didn't confront Latrice about that. That's what we were all here for. So,
You would
obviously,
think, as mad as she got, that she would, but
for the fact that it wasn't true, supposedly, allegedly, it wasn't true, you would think you would say, why would you tell Akeisha that knowing that's not true? Hmm. But speaking of Akeisha, she's doing a photo shoot for this pajama line and supposed to help with perimenopausal to keep you cool or whatever, some shit. I just want to say this. I know this is going to be mean, and I don't intend to be mean, but I felt like one, Akeisha looked tired as hell at the photo shoot because it translated when they put her makeup on. Her hair was very stiff and just, I just felt like for a photo shoot, you trying to sell people shit, you would think you would look your absolute best. And she's a beautiful woman. She really is. But she just looked sleepy and she looked tired. And it was like, well, why would you do a photo shoot in that condition? So that's neither here nor there. But I just felt like I wouldn't buy it. Just, I'd be like, well, damn, is that the point of it? I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? But Letitia shows up. And when Letitia gets there, they go off to the side, and Akeisha confronts her about it. She goes, "Well, look, I just want to know if it was true that y'all tried to set a woman up in Willie's DMs." And Letitia's like, "Akeisha, you know I would never do that. You know I went through a lot with infidelity in my own marriage. Why would I want to do that to someone else?" And I'm looking at Letitia like misery loves company, doesn't it? I'm just saying, it could be very much true. You and Glenn on a nice rainy day could have allegedly sent someone in Willie's DMs. I can believe it. So I mean, that doesn't mean anything to me. And from what I looked at Akeisha didn't even believe her. I think there is some truth to it. I don't know if it was particularly Letitia. It made it just been Glenn, and Letitia just got swept in the middle of it. I don't know, but there has to be
I
some
think
truth
it
to it.
was her. She everything that I'm trained in professionally says that she is lying. So I just do. I don't believe nothing
I
that
don't.
come
I
out
don't
that
believe her
woman's
either.
mouth.
I don't believe it either because you would have confronted Latrice about it if it was not true because that came from her. So speaking of Latrice, Aisha said, "Well, did you meet up with Latrice? Were y'all able to get on common ground?" And she said, "Yeah, we're good." She goes, "Okay, so that's one thing. Now, how are we going to?" I get Letitia idea. Right, because I just felt like she's just so disingenuous. It's so disgusting to watch. But Akeisha said, okay, so how are we going to get Marie in the same room with Tambra and also Marie and good with Latrice and all of this situation? And Akeisha and Letitia was like, I don't know. I tried. So she says that Willie's birthday's coming up, and I'm planning to have like a small little fish fry at the house. And I'm going to invite everybody. And hopefully at that event, we're able to get them to get on some common ground. And I felt like for me, I'm not about to be a wedge between two grown people who I have seen come at each other physically to a point they were going to fight. I'm going to stay out of it. And I'm going to see what kind of energy on because I might not invite either one to my party. Or if I'm closer with one than the other, then that person obviously is going to get the invite. Because I'm sure the person I'm not as close with probably does not even care. So that's how I'm coming at it with it. But that's just me. Me and Aikisha are different. So, but yeah, that was pretty much that information there. Mrs. Bester, anything you want to add to that before we move on?
This is just why I feel Marie should not be on the show anymore. Though she does have storylines, the stuff that she has done and the ways that she has offended these women, especially in the previous season, it's not the most forgivable. I don't know. I feel like with a lot of these women, the stuff that Marie did, I just don't see them like easily forgiving her.
Sorry about that, y'all. But mm, okay, so let's move on here. So what was the next thing that happened on here? Oh, so we get to meet Selena's new fiance. They're at the house, and from there, she's talking about planning her wedding. She's talking about the girls and JJ situation, which was all sad. I'm gonna let y'all know that right now. I believe everything Selena is saying before I dissect this.
She has no reason to lie. And so Gucci has mentioned this woman in such a negative light before she ever came on this show, before it fully got physical. The way that So Gucci behaves, the relationships that she has with her daughter, the way that she is. Something Selena said bothered me though, y'all, when she made that comment about JJ not talking to the girls unless they're willing to talk to Gucci. Trash.
Oh, I was gonna get into that, but yeah. So let's go. Since we're there, let's go ahead and pull the car all the way in. First off, it's given. Remember when Michael Braxton Senior was, that episode of the Braxtons where he didn't want to come to Trina's wedding because they didn't want to invite the wife and everything. It's giving very much so that. Who the fuck is Sophia Shante Soguchi? That your daughters before she was your wife have to kiss her ass in order to be in relations with their father, sir. That's crazy as hell to me. I don't give a fuck what my children said. I'm going to have a relationship with them regardless of who I'm married to. So I'm sorry, where is the choose your children? Like to me,
This
that
is
is
exactly why they didn't want her to see that grandbaby.
first of all, any real person with somebody wouldn't even allow that to be an option. That just goes to show you how insecure she really is. Because that would even be if I was married to somebody who had children and they didn't really see it for me, I wouldn't dare step in the relationship of my husband's children. I just wouldn't do it. I'm be like, look, invite them over to the house. I will continue to try to break common ground as much as if, especially if I'm really in love with their father, I'm going to try to break common ground no matter how many times it takes. Every Sunday, come on over for dinner. Let's talk this out. What did I do? I'm apologizing. I'm making sure the relationship is always right because I signed up for this. I knew this man had children. I knew they had a mother that was very much present and involved, despite how he tried to make that look a few seasons ago. Like, there's no way possible. Like, I could do that as a person. So that just goes
That's
to show you.
how something you said matters because they tried to make it seem like Selena was not a present mom, like at all. They didn't give her not even half of an inch. And that made me think, okay, y'all lying. Because I'm sure she made some mistakes, but to paint it as if she was the only one that made mistakes and like you had them kids when them kids was on television with us from the time that Son Jay was in her first year of middle school up until past her graduation of high school. We literally watched Selena raising these girls. So it is very rude of JJ. and so Gucci to behave the way that they behave. She really is the evil stepmom.
She is, because there's no way. Like I get, like, to some degree the girls do feel a way about you and their mother getting into it, but at the same time, that was so Gucci. She walked in with an attitude and pressed the lady. So what's she supposed to do? Not defend herself? Like, that sounds crazy as hell to me. Like, no, I'm sorry. Like, this is her being spiteful. Hey, Miss Day Winning, thank you for joining us, love. I appreciate you for being here. Um, that's just how I feel. I just feel like it's crazy to me. I don't care if my kids are grown. I'm gonna always have a relationship with them. Don't be surprised, JJ, if they end up putting you in a nursing home. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You better hope Sophia Shantae or Gucci don't go before you. I'm just saying, because I've seen
I
kids do it.
once, no, I once as an adult tried to stop talking to my dad. I forget what he did, but he had pissed me off. Do you know that this man was calling? He called my mother in law and she drove over to me and made me talk to him. I feel like parents, like, you still to a certain extent have to parent even when they're grown because they're always going to look at you as their
Mhm.
parent. And that's the worst thing that he could do is be like, I'm putting my wife ahead of y'all. Like, your wife should be important, yes, but so Gucci, we should see her on camera in confessional speaking about how she wants to push JJ to speak to his girls and make it better, but she just does not seem to care about that. She wants us to think about her, her. And I'm sick of her and her dentures. I'm sick of them. And I'm sick of JJ and them little knocker balls in his hair. That's a grown ass man. That's somebody's grandfather. It's not attract. Just Selena's new man, much better.
Yeah, and speaking of Selena's new man, his name is Mike, I believe. Handsome guy. I didn't understand a word he was saying. That I was thankful for the subtitles, even though I don't feel like that's what he said. But she's talking about the wedding, and she says she doesn't want to hire a wedding planner because she's going to be a bridezilla. And I'm just like, well, I mean, if you need organization, that's what they're there for. Just tell them yes, no. That ain't cute, or it is cute.
Accusing this woman of being in love with JJ and them knocker ball ponytails. Meanwhile, she got a fine ass fiance and a whole life of her own. These people, this made my teeth itch, y'all. JJ and Gucci's dentures stress me out. That's it.
That is the Bible-ish wife before kids.
I know, but he could. The wife is just like
I feel like that's
fueling the
why
fire.
when
She should
the
want her husband to be cool with his kids.
I feel like that's the wife before the kids in the Bible. Wasn't that supposed to be your wife with your family of kids, not the second wife you done got after the first wife left you? I feel like that's what that Bible was saying. If they wouldn't know, am I wrong? Because to me, I feel like in my life, I feel like for me, I'm probably going to marry into someone and be someone's second spouse. I do. I feel like that is going to be my life, but I would never come between my husband and his kids. I just would not do it. I don't have it in me. I'm such a family oriented, bringing everybody together and making sure everybody is comfortable as possible that I just could not be selfless. Like, now I know there's going to be moments where I'm going to want to feel that, but that's after everybody's been taken care of, and then you can come get me. Like, I feel like I'm made for that, but I don't know. It's just me. But yeah, they were talking about the wedding. He said the wedding is all on you. You do whatever you want. I'm just gonna show up, and I like men who do that. I do. I like men who aren't as involved, because I have a friend who's getting married next year, and her fiance is all involved in everything. He even picked the colors, the venue. The only thing he hasn't picked out, because he's picked out the bridesmaids' dresses, but he has not picked out her wedding dress. And I told her he's not supposed to do none of that. So I don't know, but yeah, I do know some men that yeah. So I can appreciate when a man's not involved. Them kids came before, so Gucci, so Gucci said at least JJ. I know me and Selena are on good terms, but just miss the
Exactly.
kids. That's the point I'm trying to make. Yes, that's the point I'm trying to make. I'm no way religious anymore. I'm not either. I feel like I feel like it's a testament that puts Black people back. I do.
Yeah.
I I'm not, 100% on this yet, but I feel like that's the reason why we're still behind as a people, and why the advancements that we make in this country never get recognized is because we have aunties and grandmothers and them trying to say, pray about it, let the Lord lead, when you need to be a little bit more resistant and resilient. That's all I'm saying. So moving on right there, we have a little scene with Latrice and Cliff. I'm not gonna spend too much time with this because they make my eyes hurt looking at them too. They do. But she's telling Cliff,
Every time I see Cliff, he looked. I'm sorry, y'all. He looked like the crackheads in Oakland. He do the ones that be drinking a lot but still function, still got a job, but you be seeing them on their lunch break going up in Booker's asking for a 12 pack. I cannot. I cannot. I do not take him seriously. I don't understand how he's so rich. I
oh
just
my
don't.
God, I can't with you. Now I'm never gonna go to Oakland the same again because I'm trying to go back again to see my stepmom. But I can't now that's gonna be coming through my head when I drive through there. Watch. So moving on from there, they're talking about, the restaurant they just opened, got its length locations about to open. She wants to have a soft opening for the restaurant and everything. And she said, "There's a lot on my plate," and he turns it into a man woman thing. And I'm just like, here we go with this misogyny again. Yeah, it's crazy how misogyny, even though this woman has proven herself to be a savvy businesswoman season after season after season, even before the show was in existence. And here you is still trying to make this a man woman thing. I'm just like, I can't with Cliff, y'all. I'm sorry, I don't like talking. I don't want to talk about the scene because it just makes me feel like you are never going to evolve. And Latrice, this is what you get with these daddy issues and being with somebody that's old enough to be your father and him demeaning you the way that he did. Mrs. Best, is there anything you want to add to this?
I'm just tired. If your husband won't come around the women because he don't mess with them because they accuse him of being abusive, then why is he gonna stay on our TV screen and you're gonna be dealing with the fan base complaining about the stuff that he says? Like, there are men in the South who are old school who believe that the woman should be at home handling those things and believe that they should be the ones to work and provide. However, comma, you can do that while still having respect for a woman. I'm done. And
Absolutely.
and so with him, it's not. I think sometimes people could confuse like conservative, religious, old school, traditional beliefs as like being one way or the other. But there are people who are conservative and believe the things that Latrice's husband believes in a respectful way. Um, but he makes for good TV, so they gonna keep filming him. But I don't care
Absolutely.
to see him on this show because he never gonna say nothing smart. I want to know how he got rich.
We already went through this, Mrs. Best. We already went through. I told you, Cliff inherited old colonizing money. That's what this is. I know exactly what I'm looking at. It is inherited colonizing money because we can obviously look at him and tell he's biracial or at least comes with an inheritance of white folks, and they leave it. Yes, this is inheritance money. I feel like it's the same thing for JJ too. I feel like they have inherited old colonizing money. I want to say the term that we said last season. I don't know if it was just, I don't know if that was you that said that or if it was somebody else in my comments that said the colonizing the colonizing company that we all think it is. Because I really do. It's either Smith and Wesson or it's something. I'm telling you, his family got old stock in it. I know someone personally who has colonizing money, y'all. It's crazy as hell when you read the actual like law and degree of that. It is insane. He didn't even want to take it. I don't think he took it. If I remember correctly, he didn't want to take it because it was like, I don't want money that stemmed from slavery. Are you kidding me? And I was all like, I'll take it. I'm sorry, I'm ancestors, but we we poor over here, so let me go ahead and get that. But no, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But that's it. But that's what I feel. That's my personal opinion. Is allegedly, don't be coming after me. But I feel like Cliff and maybe even JJ inherited old colonizing money. That's what I feel. So, anyways, moving on from there, there's a huge storm in Mississippi, and it affects Aikisha. She's at her house, and she is stressed out because Willie still isn't in town yet. It's his birthday, and he hasn't been in town for about 2 weeks. So he's late getting there because there's no flights going to Jackson right now because of the storm. So she's stressed out. She has no power at her house, and she needs help with the kids because remember, Akeisha decided at 40 years old to start having kids. And this is one of the results. So when you do that, you then go through changes in your body, and now you are stressing. You don't have help. So and then you invite the two people who ain't gonna be no help to you, which is Gucci and JJ. They stopped by and they were no help at all. They too busy trying to get something to eat. And Keisha like, look, I ain't got no power. The food in my refrigerator is about to
Let
spoil.
me tell y'all something. I tell you something. Because they said they had a generator real fast. She's like, oh, yeah, girl, we got a generator. So why don't.
I don't know.
Because they get storms pretty often. I have a friend in Jackson.
He
So
is
I'm
younger
like,
than her, right? Who are you talking about? This say when are you talking about Akeisha and Willie, or are you talking about JJ and Gucci? If you're talking about Akeisha and Willie, yes, Willie is younger than Akeisha by I think 4 years, because I believe Akeisha's 45, if I'm not mistaken. Because Tampa 58, but Tampa 45, from what I understand. So I think that I think Tampa and Akeisha are the same age, and I believe I know he just turned 40. I think he's 41. So yeah, he's younger, definitely. Um, but what was I talking about? I was talking about Akeisha, JJ, and Gucci stopped by, and that's what I was talking about, right, Mrs. Best? I done lost my train of thought already.
yes, you were there.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, yeah. So yeah, she is older than him, but yeah. So she's complaining about the food. She's telling Gucci, "Look, I need to pack these kids. If I gotta go to a hotel, like they ain't got no power." She's losing her mind, and Gucci over there eating a banana and shit. And I'm just like, you called the wrong people. You was better off calling Latrice to come over and do that, because I feel like Latrice would have got a garbage bag and helped you back that food up. She ain't doing nothing. And then he talked about, oh, I got really a birthday present, and he pulls out some BDSM shit, a whip, chain, some handcuffs. Akeisha couldn't do nothing but laugh. But then when he thought out the next present, he said, boom, coochie in the can. And I'm like, what kind of grown ass man, straight grown ass man at that, buys another straight grown ass man a pocket pussy? I, yeah, I'm gay and I don't even do that. I would never, not in a million years, ever buy another
This
man.
is the same straight man that hired and enjoyed and thoroughly looked at the strippers last season. So, I mean,
Hey, Shayna, thank you for joining us, love. I appreciate you being here. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to my girl, Shayna_MCD. She also does recaps. I don't know if she does Belle Collective, Shayna. I don't know. I think you jumped off this train, if I'm not mistaken. But y'all make sure y'all subscribe to my girl. Her channel is booming. I love her content. I love the panels. Y'all make sure y'all show my girl some love. But I feel like I would have told him, take that shit back, because you're not giving my husband that. Sorry. You're not finna do that. But Akeisha is not in the mindset right now that she's not really, because she's too busy trying to get her house in order for the power and everything. So that scene was just terrible. I felt bad for Akeisha because she doesn't have help. And you can clearly see like this mental breakdown she's having is because she doesn't fully have her husband, because he has a business in New York. So it's hard for him to really be down there and support her.
then go
Yep.
to New York. Go and live with and near your husband that you have. Utilize your options, bitch. That's all I'm saying. Akeisha
Yes.
like to complain about shit that she can control.
Absolutely, she does. And speaking of that, so it's 12 hours later, Willie is finally in town. Him and the kids is out there playing because he ain't sweeping off the porch like he's supposed to be doing. Keisha cooks breakfast, and she, is telling the kids, "Hey, come eat your breakfast." And she's telling Willie, "Look, I know today your birthday or whatever, but I still gotta go to the grocery store. I still gotta go do some errands real quick. So I need you to take the kids." And he was like, "You leaving the kids with me?" She said, "Didn't I just tell you I had to go to the grocery store and stuff like that? You better take these kids." And I said, "Well, damn, Keisha, she forgot the cameras was there." You could tell that's an everyday argument for them. She forgot the cameras was there. Akeisha was pissed. She was like, he goes, wait, calm down. I'm just saying, yes, I'll get the kids ready and everything like that. And I don't know how they got on the conversation of sex, but it comes up. Not you in your body. She just threw me off. I hate you.
Get about it. my husband came in the room and startled the shit out of me. I hit the wrong button. Sorry, y'all.
So,
Sunday.
anyways, so they begin talking about perimenopausal, and I was like, I don't need to hear this conversation. I really don't. I don't need to hear about Aikisha's situation. I don't. We know she of age where that shit happens, and it's what she's gonna have to deal with and everything. And she laughs at him because she goes, "Oh, speaking of which, JJ over here got you a gift." And he looks at it. He goes, "Oh, I thought this was a flashlight. It was a pocket pussy or coochie in the can." And they were laughing about it, but I'm just like, this conversation is weird. Yes, it may be educational to some, especially women who are approaching that age where you're going to go through menopause or whatever. But I just feel like Akeisha, because I'm looking at the whole situation here. Um, there's a few things happening that, hey, HK, thank you for joining us. We appreciate you. There's a few things happening here. One, I don't understand like why y'all waited so long to have kids, knowing she's in her 40s and knowing and then y'all got baby children. She's going through this change. I feel like Akeisha needs therapy. And I know that's a reach, but yeah, it's crazy she actually is postmenopausal. That's a little early at 45. And
That
I
is
think
super
I think
early
she's
to
older
be.
than that. I really do. I feel like she's older than that. I feel like her and Tambra are playing people. I do. But I'm just going to you know, I'm just gonna
Mm.
say what it is. I feel like her and Tamara are playing. I feel like they older than this. I do. I don't know why, but it's always women like Akeisha who are barely 5 feet, who have the loudest voices ever. My mom, oh, y'all didn't hear mine? Y'all didn't hear my mama? I can still hear my mom. I know y'all can. So, but yes, my mom's 14. My mom's 4'11". So yes, absolutely. But she was killing me in that scene though. But yeah, that was that whole little scene. And is there anything else you want to
Why
ask?
couldn't they wrap the gift? Like that's weird that he would give that to somebody's wife. Like at least wait to see the dude if you don't want to wrap it or you don't want to pay to wrap it.
They
Whatever the
give
hell.
me they would have a foursome with them.
That's
They do.
nasty. I don't know why. I just think of pro style gel,
Just
coconut oil.
just linking on somebody's forehead.
Oh God.
Then I have to be worried about so Gucci's dentures falling out. See, because she look like she the type that she don't want nobody to know that she got them. So I've seen that happen. Like I've seen someone's dentures fall out their mouth, and I'm just like, yeah. So I can just picture. I don't want to picture. That's nasty, y'all. So they missed the memo asking for food when she had no electricity. That would have pissed me off. But I tell y'all, I would have told them to get the fuck out of my house real quick. Y'all got to go because y'all are no help. Remember, Akeisha struggled to carry children and she had 8 previous miscarriages. Oh, okay, Akeisha. I'm sorry. I don't remember that, but I'm sorry, Akeisha, if that really was your struggle. But girl, ugh. Tambra, Tambra, I hope you're watching Akeisha and you learn thinking, taking notes and shit. I'm just saying. I hope you taking notes, Tambra, because y'all the same age, so. But anyways, y'all, we're gonna move on to the fish fry, which is in the park, because they couldn't have it at the house because she just coming off the storm. So they have a house. She invites her best friend and her husband who cooks the fish, and it looked great. When I tell you, I am such a huge proponent for fried fish. That is one of my favorite things, especially on a Friday night. I love fried fish. So everyone's starting to show up. Glenn and Letitia get there first. Um, he asked Willie how old he was, and we learned that Glenn is actually older than Willie, so not surprised there and everything. Um, Marie gets there. We got to show Marie actually in an actual car, not the utility van, because everybody ripped Marie a new one when she pulled up in that utility van last season.
They don't make the car she driving in no more.
They don't, but still, she got one nonetheless. I would have thought,
Why doesn't this woman ever buy vehicles?
I don't
What's
know.
going on?
I
Like
don't know.
even if it's a brand new Toyota Corolla.
Maybe she got bad credit. I don't know. I don't know, but I just know it's. I like to see this. I like to see the Challenger versus the big ass Chevrolet utility van she was in. Yeah. Remember Tambra's pregnancy was kind of high risk. She had many fibroids. I do remember that. She was in a utility van when she was dropping off her mama in at the rehab. She had a utility van. It was
A
a
big
15
one.
seater. Yeah, it was a
Hmm.
huge ass one. Yes, and it wasn't me who did it personally, but other recappers and reviewers of the show. I don't know. I think it was giving you the real tea. I know it was somebody who was clowning the hell out of Marie for that utility van scene. So I was dying because I was like, okay, I mean, at least she got one at her location. I mean, at least she got it. But Marie gets there and she's a little standoffish. You could tell, she really even though she says that, she hated that she wasn't at the collective correction, she want to make sure that, she talks to Letitia every day. She's in a good place for Aikisha and everything. So she just wants to show the girls that she supports. Oh yeah. Yeah. And then before then it was always the Esty giving her a ride somewhere. Yeah, she ain't had no car. But moving on from there, Tambra gets there, and Aikisha thought that she was going to bring the baby. And Tambra told her, "You didn't say nothing about bringing my baby. You didn't say anything like that." And she goes, "We at the park with our kids. What did you think?" And she goes, "Well, I'm still new to this, so just forgive me and everything."
Amber
And
don't
so,
want that child around them people. Not the way they
absolutely,
did her when pregnant. She said nope.
she did look like she lived in the hood in the earlier seasons. I think she still lived there, to be honest with you. I don't think Marie has moved, but So Aikisha notices that Marie's not that far away. So she said, Tambra, you don't see Marie standing over there? You don't want to say hi, Marie. You see Tambra over here? Marie's in her phone talking about she got to give her baby daddy some instructions for her daughter. And Tambra didn't say anything because Tambra confession goes, I see Marie and I don't really care. So everyone's gonna get some fish and everything, and then last but not least, the person that shows up is Latrice, and she brings Selena. Everybody, especially the men, is that Selena? That's Selena. Like they in high school, and you see the prettiest girl in school, walking up to them. That's what that was reminding me of. Like, oh yeah, that's Selena. That's Selena. And then everyone's all, and then I think it was like Keisha that said, well, it's a good thing Gucci ain't here, or was that Letitia? It was Letitia. She's like, well, good thing Gucci ain't here because you're gonna bring Selena. And so everyone's, even Aikisha goes, hey, Selena. And Aikisha lets it out the back that she's known Selena since elementary school. I said, nah, Aikisha. Now, that doesn't mean they were friends, y'all. That doesn't mean they were friends. But to me, I kind of feel like if you've known this lady since elementary school, I imagine your family knows her family. And I imagine that you know what kind of people that she is. So when you have friends with somebody like Gucci that is really putting this whole perspective of this lady being this evil ass absent mother, like I know you're not really taking into account all of this. Um, like I was confused by all that. And so she tells Selena, she goes, Gucci's not here, so I'm gonna make sure I keep you guys, since Latrice wants to bring you around, I'll make sure that, you understand that, I will bring her to events the same way Latrice is gonna bring you to events. And I'm looking at Aikisha like, you didn't even need to say all of that. Hi, Selena, how you doing? Make sure you get a plate of food and thank you so much for coming. That's all you needed to say.
What's funny is they all knew Selena before Gucci.
That's the point that I was making. Even Marie has known her longer than Gucci.
All of them have known her. And Latrice, she tried to say this at the reunion in the previous season. I'm really annoyed. And I feel like that's probably why So Gucci is making this beef with Selena because she wants this to be her thing, but is with Selena's people. It's just all messy. Even away from the ex-husband, they know her. Before she was even married, before the woman got a doggone period. So I want this cast to just admit that Gucci is wrong. She got no
It
reason
would
to
be
be
so much
beefing with this
easier if
lady.
they did. Like if y'all would just admit that she was wrong in that instance, we would be all okay here. But the fact is, everyone wants to ride her coattail for whatever reason. Maybe Gucci got something we ain't seen yet. I don't know. But I just feel like, to me, there's no way I could trust somebody. Like that's just like if your husband got married to somebody and I'm cool with that person, but I've known you for 20 years and automatically I'm telling you, yeah, you my friend, we cool and all, but I'm cool with such as that wouldn't happen. First of all, if y'all do part ways, Mrs. Best, I'm on that side regardless. I love her husband, I do, but I'm on that side regardless. So it's like these. It goes to show you who really your friend and who really is not. Latrice
Very
Ross.
good, Grasshopper. Very good.
I'm just saying, like, I'm just looking at the equation. Like, I'm looking at the equation. They all know this lady. They all been friends with her. But for some reason, all of y'all allegiance is to Gucci. I'm confused. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just built differently. I don't know. But there's no way. There's no way. So they all crowd around a little collective circle, and Letitia has to be the voice of reason. She goes, it just breaks my heart that you guys really, we don't hate each other. Marie, I need you to pay attention, Marie, because, look, you got Tambra here, and, it's not that serious. And Tambra said, Letitia, it may not be that serious to you, but for me, it's very serious. And Tambra has a point. I may not like Tambra, but Tambra has a point. Marie did some old crazy ass, like, unbeknownst shit. Like, how the hell you gonna contact an ex-boyfriend that I have legal paperwork with and try to get a character analysis of me? So who the fuck does that? So no, Tambra, I 100%, I would never fuck with Marie again. Marie couldn't even look my direction. So for Tambra, I totally get it. I'm like, I ain't even gonna question. Now with Latrice, I kind of feel like, yeah, Marie came for her first. Absolutely. But they always had like this back and forth with each other. And even though they're about to come to blows unnecessarily on Marie's part, I kind of feel like what they were going through wasn't that deep. So I kind of understood. But Latrice said, that's a fuck no. I am not dealing with that. And so Marie was like, yeah, I pretty much expected both of them to say that. And so, and Letitia just cries, and I'm looking at Letitia like, oh, really, Letitia, for real? Like, why are you crying?
I
What is
actually
this?
like that blonde wig on her. I'm gonna give her a compliment just because she cried. It'll be the last.
I ain't giving her nothing because at the end of the day, it is disingenuous. It is disingenuous to want to be a mother to make sure these grown ass women get along. I wouldn't care if none of them got along
Letitia
ever.
is scared that her check gonna disappear if they can't get it together and then the show end.
Well, that goes to show you, Letitia, if you was really starved the show, it wouldn't matter who was on this motherfucker as long as you on it. You don't need these ladies. But hey, that's not me. I wouldn't need them. If I was on the show, if I was on Bell Collective, they all could get canceled. I would bring on 7 new women and be like, hey, we got this. But that's just me personally. I know Akeisha not going nowhere. I know Tamara ain't going nowhere. I know Latrice probably not gonna go nowhere. Now, so I'm like, it's stupid. Y'all don't have to get along. Just be in the cordial space. Hey, how you doing? I can see you from a distance. She there? Oh, I didn't even see her. I don't know how to do that. So I'm just like, this is stupid. But that was the episode, y'all. Was a lot of nothing. But hey, Bell Collective is giving so far a little bit. It is giving a little bit more than it did last season. I will say that. So far, I'm kind of into it. Miss Beth, is there anything you want to add before we end the episode?
No, they did okay.
I gotta read Joseph. I gotta read Joseph Sleep. Marie would have to give me a fruit basket and a Walmart gift card. Right.
Listen, and
Marie
not
would
just
have to
a
give me
cheap
a
gift
whole lot more
card,
than that.
a
If we talk
hundred
about
dollar gift
Tamra,
card minimum.
Marie got to do a whole lot more than that for me. Now with Latrice, yeah, Latrice could take the gift card with the fruit basket and everything. She could take it. But Tamra, no, Tamra I need a whole vacation resort stay at some place. Like I need to be gone for 3 days and then come back and say I forgive you after I'd have thought about it for that 3 days. I need that. When you can give me that, then we could talk about a way forward. But other than that, no. That's nice. I agree. It's ensemble cast, and she doesn't want to lose her check. Well, here's the thing, and I agree with this. I do agree with this, but at the same time, that just goes to show you your stardom power. Because if she don't feel like she can carry the show without them, because I can carry a show without them, I don't need them. I would be like, okay, well, you know what? I know I got 7 replacements already. Carlos, what we talking about here? But yeah, but that's just me. And then me and Letitia different. You know, that just goes to show you she really depends on this check, and we know she do. Even though she has a whole bunch of other careers that she could easily talk about on the show. I don't know why we haven't gotten into that, and we've been on this show for 4 seasons, 5 seasons. I don't understand that, but you know, it is what it is. I don't really care anymore. I can't wait to see Dr. Antoinette back to read Letitia for Filth. I can't wait to see it because I know what's coming and I'm super excited. I'm going to jump up and down. But that's it, y'all. Got to get into Love and Marriage Huntsville. So we appreciate all of the people who are watching. Thank you for that. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe to not only my channel, but also Mrs. Best's channel. Any recaps or reviews that we don't do on each other's channels, we switch. So I have Love and Marriage Huntsville coming up on my channel, so make sure you guys are there for it. I don't feel like. Do we think Marie can afford that? If she driving a Dodge Challenger, she says she a millionaire, but she got a Dodge Challenger. Maybe she just always wanted a sports car. If we see her in something else other than this sports car, like at least we saw Tambra outside of her Maserati, we saw her in a Mercedes. So if Marie's like that, then maybe I feel like she can afford a down payment on a Tesla. But you know, that's just me. I don't know. I don't want to count other people's pockets, but I can't call myself a self-proclaimed millionaire and not have anything to show for it. I don't care how cheap I am. You're gonna know one way or another that I'm a millionaire based on my personality. You know, I'm just saying. I can't wait to get that disposable income like Todd and Bronwyn Newport over there on Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. But I will see you guys in my Love and Marriage Huntsville recap. That was also a good episode. So I will see you guys later. Thank you guys for showing up. We appreciate you. And I'll see you in my next one. Bye-bye.